unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, people. This is definitely live, uncut, unedited. This is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser. I am live, uncut, and unedited. We already have heard those of us that's here in the city of Chicago that lives in the state of Illinois. We've heard about the about Larry Hoover. His sentence is being commuted by President Trump, Donald Trump. So we want to talk about that tonight and what's your thoughts about it. Will he be released from the state? I believe Governor J.B. Pritzker is in control now. So it's all up to him and the Democrats. So we're going to see what's happening, people. We're going to talk about that. And who better can talk about this but those that are from Chicago? I'm tired of others telling us what's going on in our state and in our city. And this is real talk. Come on in. We got a great show. A great show. And I'm going to have some guest callers. They're going to call in and we're going to be talking. And this is a very sensitive subject, so we have to be careful what we say. We don't want to offend nobody. And as we know that Larry Hoover is no longer a part of the Gangster Disciples. He have stepped down. He have been away from it for decades now. We've all know that. We just want to make it clear now. Just want to make it clear. So I just want to put it out there. You know, we're not on here to glorify gang banging or any street tribe or anything, but we want to just tell the truth and shame the devil. We want to speak facts. There are articles out here right now that stating that he is not going to be released from the state, but he's released from federal. So I want to hear what's going on. I know what the article said. A lot of you guys have boots on the ground. A lot of you have been advocating for Larry Hoover release, and I understand that, and you are more qualified, even more than myself, to talk about this situation, because and a lot of y'all on the ground. Hold on, caller. I know you're there. Just hold on, caller. I'll get to talking. So I want some of the old tribe members that have been around since the 70s and the 60s and whatever. You're welcome to call in. All I'm is asking you to be very respectful. You know, we don't want to tarnish his name because we're trying to get him come home. And, you know, they'll use anything to try to keep him behind bars and all that. So this is going to be a great show. So we got we got some pioneers that's going to be calling in tonight and saying what they know and what they believe and what they think. So I'm going to start with you, 678. I don't know who you are, but what's your comment or thought?
This Dr. Love. I'm always in the comment section.
Okay, you finally called, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, when we talk about this this release, you want to call? That's all right, brother. All right, come on, tell us what you know.
I donate too because I like the channel, Mr. Martin.
Okay. Hey, listen, I thank you for your support. Thank you for your support, brother.
Yes,
I really appreciate it.
Sir.
So tell us what you know and what you think is going to happen, what's going on. I want to hear from you. Talk to us, brother. Talk to us.
Hey, I don't agree with a lot of Kanye do, but I got to give him a big shout out, man. Because he went to the White House advocating for Trump to free Larry Hoover.
Mm-hmm.
So he used his voice for something. I don't agree with all the stuff he do, but I got to give him a shout out for using his voice.
Okay, you give him a shout. Because you saying that Kanye West was one of the inspirations of using his voice to help free Larry Hoover, right? I remember that.
Then he had the concert in L.A. and everything. He had the free Larry Hoover concert with Drake.
That is correct.
Then he went to the White House. He went to the White House and told Trump personally.
Right. That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah, you keep up the good work, my brother.
Hey, man, listen, thank you. I appreciate your support, man. Keep liking, sharing, giving whatever God fit on you, lay on your heart to do, man. Keep doing it, man. And so we thank you. If you want to call back, you're welcome to call back. We're taking calls. Thank you. I see you, Sarge. 872-299-0808. Call in. This is a live call-in number. 872-299-0808. All right, our next caller is Sarge. Come on, Sarge. He's a regular. Go ahead, Sarge. That's what you got to say.
Oh man, this is perfect politics going on that people ain't looking at. See, They ain't looking at the big picture.
Let's hear it. Tell us about it. Educate us. Educate
All
us.
right, now you got the doggone billionaires that did the embezzlement joint that he didn't get out of federal prison, right?
Right.
The Christies. Now, the people that they paid them millions of dollars to, they got to pay that money back to them, right?
Okay.
Now, to avoid the black folks that's anti-Trump from saying, see, he freeing his people, see, let me go and grab this one here. He black, so I'm going to commute his sentence too, along with the white husband and wife. So now I got two, one white, one black, right there in your face. So y'all can't call me out on nothing. See? Because I'm fair across the board with everybody. See?
Okay. So
politics pimping.
Okay.
Politic pimping.
So you calling politics, so what are you saying, that this is a stunt being pulled, or what is it? Break it down in layman's term where we can understand it.
Yeah.
Well, explain it. Explain it.
I'm going to explain it real simple. He doggone commuted Larry Hoover's sentence just to appease the black folks.
Okay, who are you saying he? Hold on. No. Are you saying, say Trump?
Okay.
Yeah, say Trump. Okay, go ahead.
Right, okay, Trump. Now, Trump commuted Larry Hoover to eliminate the Democrats from using racism on him, saying he done freed the white folks, but he didn't do nothing for the black folk.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay. That's where you're going. All right. Okay.
It's a smart political move.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing about it is this. Now, everything is on Pritzker's desk now. It's like, are you going to have it whereas Hoover can go to the parole board? Because, see, he still they got them 200 years, that they gave him. I was, about 10 years old back then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, so that life sentence, the 200, he still got that. Now, the only way he can get it, because, see, that's a state sentence. Trump can't do nothing about the state. He can only do federal. So Pritzker now is in his yard. You gonna doggone hook him up where this 70 some odd, 80. I don't know how old Larry Hoover is.
I think 73 or 74. They were saying, yeah.
Yeah, but he I mean, come on now. He at the age. Martin, you and me ain't out doing nothing. So I mean, he older than us. So.
Well, hold it, Sarge. Now, let's take it in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Larry did step down. Mr. Larry Hoover did step down from the organization. He disassociated himself. I think it's at least about 20 years now. He's no longer, now, according to him, he's stepped away from the organization. So we do know that for a fact. That's factual. Now, we know the streets don't let you live things down, but in Larry Hoover's own words, he says he's no longer part of the organization. That's what he said in his own words. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take him at his word. I give him the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Okay. I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. So
exactly. So it's not like he would be going on the street trying to make change or do any whatever. If anything, I foresee him trying to talk to the youth to guide them to walk a different walk. See.
Okay. Well, hold it right there.
I can see him talking to them, telling him, look,
hold it right there, Sarge. Let me get some more callers. 872-299-0808. 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. 872-297-6389. We need more callers. Some of you OGs out there that have been around when Larry Hoover first started. I won't say your name. You don't have to announce your name. Just I want to hear your thoughts and your input about this. That's why I want to hear. We're not trying to expose nobody, or we don't need to know your background. We need to know your history. Nothing. Just call in and tell us what you know. What you know. We got another caller, Sarge. But real quick, go ahead and say something real quick before the other caller comes, Sarge. Yeah. Anything to say real quick?
Okay. Like I said, it's smart politics. This will eliminate the Democrats from being able to say Trump is a racist because he did something for somebody black that is really prolific, has a really prolific name in the black community, mainly the Chicago black community. And with all the stuff that he's been talking as a Brandon Johnson, like I said, it's all politics. Okay. I wouldn't say that he doggone found it in his heart to do this.
We got the caller. We got the caller. We don't want anybody hold
politics.
All right, hold it right there. Sarge called it politics, and I hate to agree with him, but I think it's politics as well. Hey, Sarge, I'm 100 agreeing with you. Yeah. I believe it's politics. All right, come on, caller 0123. Haven't seen this number in a long time. 0123.
How you doing, Brother Martin?
Man, where you been at, man?
I ain't working, man. I just been listening in to you, bro.
You still driving truck?
I'm still trucking, sir.
Okay.
I'm still trucking.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm glad to know you're alive and doing well. How's the family, man? How's
everybody good, Martin?
Good.
I appreciate you.
Good. Come on, talk to us, brother. What's your thoughts, comments, or opinion?
Only thing I had to say about the Larry Hoover situation is I really feel like it's political, like Sarge said. I mean, the only way I see them, foresee them.
Hold on, my brother. Hold on. I'm coming to you. I'll come to you guys next. I got one person, a couple of people in front of you guys. Okay, just hold on.
The only way I foresee them.
Go ahead.
Foresee them letting those guys out the heads like him, Judge Ford, all that, is if they trying to get control of these younger guys, the younger generation. It's getting so out of control that that's the only answer, and they feel like that's gonna be the answer to the streets. But I don't think that's really what's gonna happen. You know, that man old enough, he's gonna come home and don't want to have nothing to do with them.
Well, you know what?
He's probably gonna move.
Let me say this. 0123. Out of respect, Larry said out his own mouth he is no longer part of the organization, so they can't use him to go out there and try to talk to young guys. He have disassociated himself out of his own mouth. Okay, that's one to say that. Go ahead, 0123. Go finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think more of a mentorship, though. You know, something to mentor the younger guys is what I'm saying. You know, maybe not just the organization, but all young guys worldwide. You know, something to give him some of his stories and things that he's been through. Okay. Maybe it can make some changes out here because, you know. That's all I want to say. Thank you, Martin, for your time.
Thank you so much, no problem. I appreciate you. Okay, we're going to area code 414. You're next. 414. What's your thoughts and comments? 414. Come on, caller. Go ahead, my brother.
Once they need to stop. Once they need to stop putting up the pitchforks, they need to stop talking about on the G. They need to stop talking about Mr. Hoover. Period. If he was a real member, you can't even say his name. Mm-hmm. So please leave that alone. Let that man come home. He's not thinking about nobody in Chicago. He ain't thinking about the organization. The organization have no unity, no authority, no nothing. He don't want to be involved. Let him come home. He's 74 years old. He probably only got 15 more years to live. Let him come home and enjoy that and leave it alone, please.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
You know, I mean, I'm not being mean or anything, but let that man live. He did his time. Whatever he did it. Then it should be done and over with. And another thing, I think his state sentence and his federal sentence was ran concurrent. So if you get patrolled by the Trump on the federal case, it ran concurrent of the state, so it's going to be time considered served. I was just on IG Live with Larry Hoover Jr., and his sister and his mother, and they say he'll be home tonight or in the morning.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question.
They're still trying to get answers from the government I mean, from the governor. I'm sorry.
Okay,
from the
brother.
Governor,
Brother. Hey, somebody, hold on, brother. Hold on. I need somebody to turn down your audio, people. Turn down your Facebook because we're getting the feedback. Somebody turn it back. 414, I want to ask you a question. When you say come home, are you saying come to Illinois to the prisons or come home? I want you to clarify that.
Home. This is what the home. This is what his wife.
Okay.
Larry Hoover Jr. and his sister. I forget the name, but they were just not even probably about an hour ago because they took a break, but they're coming back to IG Live, and that's exactly what she said before they got off the live. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. Now, according to some of these articles, I might put it up. They were saying that he is commuted from the federal, but not the state. Now, he still had to deal with the state. Is that true?
Right. But when he got his time in '97, they ran it concurrent.
Okay.
I don't know if they changed it between now and then, but that's what they did.
Okay.
Because he got the life sentence in the federal and he got 200 years in state. So they ran that 200 year concurrent because they didn't have it in his mind that this day will come. So that's right. That's the reason why they did it. They messed up, not him. They didn't think this day was going to come. Nobody really thought this day was going to come.
Okay.
That's the information I'm getting from the family.
The family, okay. Hopefully, they might be calling in tonight real quick too. I'll get them for 5-10 minutes. Okay, I just want to get it clarified.
All you gotta do is,
go ahead.
All you gotta do is just go on IG Live. He's on live. He want everybody knowing, and he's telling everybody leave the pitchforks alone. Stop saying his name in that type of way. You could like the chief and honorable and all that. Leave that alone. Just call him Mr. Larry or Mr. Hoover. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And you notice
they keep throwing up the pitchforks.
Right.
They keep throwing up on the boss, on the G. They keep saying that they're not going. If they go back and look at these comments on these lives, they're not going to let them go because of the stupid people.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with
you. They always say, well, we gonna keep him in here because he's still an active member. Ain't nobody in this world that's claiming GD right now is an active member because it ain't no unity in it. So please stop that stuff. It is what it is. In your heart, it's in your mind, body, soul. Leave it there. It's a whole new day.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
Okay, thanks, bro. You can hold on if you like. I got to go to the next caller. All right, the next caller is 6856. You're live, uncut. What's your comments or your thoughts? The next caller. Everybody put your phone on mute except 68, the last 4 digits, 6856. 6856.
I think that'll be me, Mark.
All right, come on with it, brother. Come on with it. I know you are. I ain't going to say your name. Go ahead. Talk to us.
I'm Cud G from the low end. You call me Wild Wild.
Yes, sir.
Cud G from the low end, 47, man. I've been affiliated a long time. The caller just hung up, just got through speaking. I agree with the part about Mr. Hoover can't speak to anyone in Chicago, especially anyone hoodlum of sort, of kind. They don't even know him. First of all, they don't listen to their mama and their dad. They don't listen to. He don't mean anything to them. They don't know him. They know of him. They don't know him. He can't speak to anyone, and that wouldn't be his choice to come and help Chicago. Ain't nobody gonna do that much time and get out talking to no gang members. They're gonna move on with their life in private, get picked up in a limousine, and go down there and live rich in Dallas, Texas, with the rest of his supporters. In the story, he's dealing with millionaires. Don't need to come here and deal with no Chicago hoodlums and give all types. If you say you gave up the organization, that's not meant for you to get out and start talking to them. That reflects on everything that you said.
That's true.
First of all, that reflects that you say you're not with that. If the only thing on your mind is come and try to save the so-called want to be better youth, that's a waste of time. And they might even kill them just being out free. And I'm not even talking about no hoodlums on the street. I'm talking about them people will do that just because he's free. Now let's move on past that.
Yes.
Let's go to some real information here if anyone would like to hear it. Or this gentleman on here saying he talked to the family about he'll be home tonight and all this. The news would announce that Larry Hoover was on his way home. He's been released. They have cameras and everything waiting. First of all, you have 200 years left. You got convicted in 1973 for killing, for the murder of a 19-year-old in 1973. You're 73 years old. That time is not finished. When he got arrested, it was in the state correctional facility, which I think was Dixon, maybe, because he wasn't down in Banner no more, because we had already left. What I'm saying here today is there's only one person that can make his conviction go away, and that's Governor Pritzker of Chicago, Illinois, state of Illinois. There's nothing in place that he's going to even speak on it. While you saying that he'll be home tonight, and you saying that the family saying this, there's nowhere in the world that Governor Pritzker is going to agree with anything that Trump has done. When it all boils down, this is what's going to happen. They're going to wonder what happened to Mr. Hoover. He said he's coming home tonight. Time's going to go past, and they're going to wonder, what happened to Mr. Hoover? And they're going to look over, and Trump's going to make an announcement, and he's going to say, hey, go talk to Governor Pritzker in the state of Illinois. They failed his release. I said he can go, and they said no. And he's going to make the Democrat Party look extra sad and bad, like he's been doing. All the stuff he's been saying is full of shit, and he's still full of it. And he's riled people up. People on the Facebook putting their pictures up. Everybody GD again. Everybody putting their picture up without any information that they have to know about the man's release. When Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger was in California being the government, and they wanted to let Tookie Williams off the death penalty, when Obama, Michael Jordan, white people stood up, Jamie Foxx, for his conviction not to be a death sentence, they killed him anyway that night because it was all on Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator. He said, no, I don't care nothing y'all talking about. He was the only one that could stop that execution, and they fried him because he got convicted in California, and that was the governor of California at the time. The governor of Chicago, Illinois, is Pritzker. He's the only one that can fucking step up, excuse my language, and say that this man is coming home, because I'm a real GD that believe in Mr. Hoover, although he's not with us no more. But all I'm saying is here, stop going around here saying and lying on the family. I'm saying the man lying. I don't care what he come back and say. They know better than that. You cannot get out unless Governor Pritzker approved this. And all the stuff that Trump has been against with Governor Pritzker and against Chicago, Illinois, and saying they bad, they're going to approve something that Trump has said. This is all just something to make them look bad and make the Democrats look like they failed his release, and he want to bring all the black people in that said he was not S to make them think that he is doing worth something to black people. Half the people don't care, and half the people just jumping on board. But in my opinion, the gentleman is making up false tales about the family. But here's facts here. You can't get out unless that man says so. And Governor Pritzker don't really want that on his record that he released Mr. Hoover from prison. He's going to have to go down to Stateville or somewhere where they're going to put him back in another, it's called a commute. He's being commuted from one prison to another one. You're not in federal custody no more, but you're in the state custody, which is going to be the same because everything's locked down. Nothing is going to change. We want Mr. Hoover walking out on the streets being picked up by a limo, not picked up by another damn state bus, putting them on there, sending them back to prison while y'all people out here celebrating it. Now, if I'm fooled, then I'm wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, people can say what they want to say. It's not even a pardon. It's a commute. At the end of the day, I can't merch this that man did not talk to the family, but I can say that they said that he's coming home tonight. It'll already be cameras waiting on that man to be released. They'll stop everything that they're doing and show this.
Okay.
He's walking out the door now.
Wow.
See anything.
Let me ask you a question real
ahead,
quick. I got another call, two more calls. What is the difference between a pardon and a commute? Can you explain that to the
pardon? You get released right away. Like he pardoned Kodak Black.
Okay.
Kodak Black walked up out of the prison at 8 o'clock that night. A commute means that you don't have to no longer be under that sentence that you're convicted by from the federal government. He's not going to sit down there with Mr. Jeff Ford and them no more. He's going back to a lower class prison where it's not really much different. And like I said, they used the right word. He's been commuted to another prison. He's not getting out tonight, what this gentleman just said. And then when they start wondering why he's not out, they're going to point the finger at the Democrats. And they're going to blame that on them and make them look even worse than it has turned out to be. Let's go. What's up? Next question, what's up?
Okay.
Where y'all at?
All right.
Because y'all not going to take the law and change it. And just because y'all happy, I was happy too. When I seen this, I said, hold on, what about the 200 years you got to do? In the history of of the charges that they put on this man that don't have nothing to do with nothing federal.
Okay.
Because actually, in 1996, Mr. Hoover released this, it was up. They denied him. They denied him several times. The federal denied him several times. Trump kind of out of nowhere being a clown like he is, and that's what I said. And, hey, I'm going to let him go. I'm going to do this. You know doggone well the law. If you would have thought that the man was getting out, you wouldn't have even said to commuting. You know that he got to go back to a federal prison, to a state prison and finish this time out. He knows this. So he's making a ruckus out of this. He knows this. That's why he said it. If you would have thought that he was going to get out, you're not on board to let that man out of jail, Trump.
Thank you.
You know he wasn't going to get out. That's why he's making a fool out of everybody. And these people that's running around claiming all this and throwing up folks, I agree with the gentleman. Don't be throwing that up. Don't be saying that he's not even involved in anything anymore or anything that goes on. And most definitely not going to get out of prison and try to talk to no youth gangbanging members. He's not going to be heard from again if they let this man go. Y'all just going to wonder where he went. I know what's going on. I know who's behind him. You got millionaires waiting on you to get out, and that's where he's going to go retire to. And never say nothing else ever to these people again. He's too old to even play games like that. And he knows as well as I know that these are facts that I'm speaking here. I ain't calling to waste y'all time. And all this stuff about, man.
Wow, honey.
Come on, man. It's not true.
Hold it. We got
and
3
this
more.
Man say you talk to the family, he be out tonight.
Brother.
If the man be home tomorrow, then I'll just get on there and be like, man, that lying ass nigga that came on Martin Page.
Right.
Why the cameras not shut up down there in Colorado? Because he's down there in Colorado. Why the cameras not shut? They are fly down there to see that man walk out of prison.
Okay.
There's nothing being interrupted about anything. Go ahead,
hold it. Let's get these callers going. We got these callers. Come on, Bill. All right, people. We got everybody put your phone on mute. I'm going down the line. I'm going to Bill. Come on, Bill. Real quick. Come on, Bill. Come on. Yeah, hey, Bill.
Yeah, I agree with Sarge and the brother that just got off. Number one, it's a political move.
Right.
To apply pressure on the Democrats here. He's seen the traction with flipping Chicago red. He made a move, and he's gonna put that pressure on the governor to commute that state census that he got. I agree with the brother that just got off. It's no way possible. It'll take the grace of God for that man to be home tomorrow. You can't hardly bond out by tomorrow with all the paperwork that they have to go through to get this man home. Even if Governor Pritzker signed off on him tonight, I guarantee you won't see him for some weeks. That's just the bottom line, the way the court system and the judicial system work. They not gonna just let that man go tonight. Matter of fact, he in Colorado. Even if they book him a flight, he still about time he get here, and he have to, like the man that got off said, he got to go to a safe facility here in Illinois and get that paperwork shuffled through or whatever. He's not gonna be home, so he can cut that noise out. I can't say if he talked to the family or not, but I would hate to think that they was that misguided behind this stuff. Okay. That's just street talk. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Brother Bill. We're going to the next caller. 6544. 6544. What's your comments or thoughts, caller? Go ahead. You're live, uncut, unedited. Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I just want to get some information out to a couple of people in the comments. Federal and state sentences can run concurrently. Okay. Just for everybody information, because it seems some people were saying no in the comments, but they can run concurrently. The brother that was on before Bill from the low end, he's 100% correct. Bill is also correct. Right now, the state of Illinois is probably in the process of trying to figure out which facility they're going to send him to. All of that has to be approved and everything before ADX actually releases him or whatever. The other thing is, I agree 100% totally.
Okay, hold on.
Trump did not do this.
Hold it, Carrie. Hold on 1 second. I need somebody to turn down their audio because somebody got their audio too loud. Facebook or YouTube are playing or something. Twitter X, turn it down while the callers. We're getting the echo. So if you know, please do that because we need to hear. You got some people that's driving truck, they're listening, they're not watching, and it's very annoying when they can't hear. Okay, go ahead, my dear sister. Go ahead.
Yeah. The other thing is, Trump did not do this for the benefit of Black people. It is definitely a political move. It's a chess move. It's honestly a chess move. The Democrat Party is not thinking ahead because they're too busy fighting with each other. He knows and understands that the key to getting the state of Illinois is turning Chicago red. If you turn Chicago red, the state of Illinois goes red, period. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say on this matter.
I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you. 872-299-0808. 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. The number's going across the screen. 872-297-6389. You definitely call in. All comments and thoughts are welcome. Now let's get it straight. Mr. Hoover, Mr. Larry Hoover, is no longer associated with the Gangster Disciples. He said it out his own mouth. So, like the brother said, those of you that's taking pictures and throwing up pitchforks and all that, you're not doing Mr. Hoover a service by doing that. Period. You know, I think, you know, we let the old man come home if he's coming home, or we trying to figure it out now. These brothers and sisters on here, they're giving us facts. So we have to listen. We have to read articles, and hopefully his wife or his son or somebody call in tonight and tell us what's going on there. But this sister, she knows what she's talking about. She works in the courthouse, so she knows exactly what she's talking about. So I don't have no doubt of what she's saying is not right. I believe is right. I'm talking about you, Sister Carrie. So if you if you on this live, make sure you hit the button, share button, like button, and we don't want no misinformation on this live. One thing we don't do, we don't practice lying on folks. We don't do that. I agree with Sarge. I believe that this is a political football, whatever, arena, chess game. And I think what it is, it is putting pressure on the Democrats. And Carrie said it right. She said, if Chicago turns red, they know they got the whole state of Illinois. They know it. Turn red.
Yeah.
They know it. I just got to listen, I'm a registered Democrat. I do vote all across the party lines, but I see what's going on. So we want to get back on Mr. Hoover. So like the brother Travis said, brother Wild Hunter said, Larry Hoover is not coming out here to talk to these young people. He's not going to do that. And I agree with him 100%. I don't think he will, if he getting out or whenever he get out, I don't believe that he's going to come out here and talk to these young people and do, I don't think that. I don't believe that would be the case. Trust me. All right. Anybody else want to talk on the panel? Because I don't have no more callers. You're welcome. Yeah. Go ahead, Sarge.
Yeah, Martin. I got something for you.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Now, go ahead, Bob. Okay, now all these people, and I'm glad you got somebody working the court system so they could double tap on what I'm about to say. Now, all these people that's talking about, well, not all these people, but whoever was talking about his sentence goes away because the state and the federal charges ran concurrently. It is true that they ran concurrent. The state charge came first. Then the federal charge came, and it ran concurrently, right? Trump commuted, not pardoned. Those are two different things. He commuted the federal charges, which in plain Politan English means the federal charges gets dropped to the lesser charge, which is what? The state charges. So it's not like he commute the federal, and that's going to commute the federal and the state. Now, had he had a federal charge first, then a state charge run concurrently, if you commute the first part, then the second part is gone on GP due to the order of how the charges were set up. The federal charges did run concurrently with the state charges, but the state charges came first. Now, the sisters, I'm no lawyer. I'm just using my common sense. The sister could correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just using my common sense.
So it's only if the charges are what they call, I believe it's related content. So if the federal charges are in any relation to the state charges, then yes, both charges can be that serves for if it could be ran concurrently. In his case, I believe that his charges were related. Now, to be fair, if he received the federal charge first and then the state charges, I'm not well versed on that, so I can't answer that definitively if that would wipe away his state charges. But the other way is the way that what he has going in terms of his federal case. Mm-hmm. What commutation simply does is it stops the sentence. That's what it does. On a federal level, it stops the sentence. So it doesn't prove that he was innocent or guilty. It just stops the sentence. So had he only would have had just a federal charge, then yes, he would be home. But unfortunately, he has this state, and it's not. Let's be clear, it's not. These cases have been tried, and he's been convicted on both fronts. So, as far as federal, and I'm repeating,
somebody, Carrie, you got something running? You got something on at the same time? Because I'm hearing echo from you.
No, I don't have anything.
Okay,
I don't have anything.
Okay.
And I don't.
Okay, I think that's 312. I'm going to have to mute that. Okay. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Carrie. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, what the commutation simply means is his sentence stops. So basically on May 28th of this year, his federal sentence has been stopped. Doesn't mean that he was, and I think this is why people have to get educated on the law, because there's a difference between commutation and pardon.
Okay.
Pardons get rid of your charges.
Okay.
It gets rid of your case and you get let out free. He was not pardoned. His sentence was just commuted. That's the difference. So it will be telling to see, especially with Pritzker, in my opinion, he hasn't announced it, but the instinct and common sense tells me that Pritzker is probably going to make the presidential run. So it will be interesting to see how he plays this particular situation. I think, this is a horrible, in my opinion, this is a horrible game to play on people, but because they know that some Black people don't read, and we literally believe what people tell us instead of fact checking what they're actually saying, a lot of people are going to fall for this. Those of us that really know what it is, we know what it is. Okay. But the people that really don't, they're just looking at the fact that they think that he's free. And that's what a lot of the comments that I've been seeing. Oh, yeah, Larry Hoover free. No, he's not free. His federal sentence was just eliminated. That's all it was.
Okay. So, can I ask a question?
Hold it, guys.
Hold it,
you still
Sarge.
have the
hold it, Sarge.
Okay.
Shanita asks a question: could Trump pardon Larry? Could he just pardon Larry Hoover? That's a question.
He could, but it would only be on the federal.
Okay.
On the federal level, he could.
Okay.
It would do nothing for the state charges. The state charges will still remain.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Now, we're still taking calls for listen, people call in tonight. We're still taking calls. Don't fall out. We want to hear the truth. We want to know what's going on because we see a lot of people up and down social media saying Larry's coming home, he's free. They throwing up their pitchforks, they're doing all this stuff. And let's get the facts. I'm gonna go back to Wild 100. Go ahead, Wild.
Can I say something real quick, Mark?
Go ahead, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, 1, 2, 3, real quick. Go ahead.
I just want to say real quick for Larry to come to Illinois to a state joint. I think that's a win for him because of what he was coming from, the situation that he was in the federal joint. They was on lockdown. Like I think he ain't seen no grass in like 50 years. He ain't seen no grass in like 50 years. You know, they wasn't able to eat, wasn't able to get visitations and stuff like that. So, but you gotta think what Illinois joint want to deal with that. There's not a penitentiary in Illinois that wants to deal with Larry Hoover getting off the bus and everybody in there. It'll send any penitentiary into an uproar. So that's what I think the basic situation is. They have a decision to make on who's gonna really take them, who's gonna deal with them. And if they don't make a decision on that, he has a lawsuit on his hands. But Trump just basically forced their hand to take him, not let him out. He gonna put it on somebody else to let him out because if they don't take him into the penitentiary, they have to let him out.
And then something that people are not looking at is this thing called culture shock. Now, if you look at the environment that Larry Hoover has been in and how many years he's been in that type of enclosed environment, no physical interaction with other people and stuff. So many years of that, you know, when you come back to a whole different thing, man, it's a rough one.
Okay. Well, hold it right there.
You're not used to it at all.
Let Bill make a comment. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
It ain't been 50 years since he's seen grass.
No.
He seen grass when he was in before he went out to Colorado. And I think he could be a great help to our community, not just as like an activist or something. His word carry a lot of weight. But as far as him trying to come to Chicago and get these youngins right, he can't risk it. And then on top of that, if anybody know of him or was in the penal system, he tried to change the direction of the GDs while he had movement and while it was right.
Okay,
and
Bill, hold it.
It didn't go.
Okay, Bill, hold it. I got that guy that first made the statement that he's coming home tonight. I got him. He just called back. So I want to hear from him real quick. And I'll come back to you, Bill. Okay, come on, 414.
All right.
414, come on.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, now I
just want to
go ahead. Clear yourself up. Go ahead.
I just want to address one thing. I didn't say he was coming home. I mean, I did say it, but I got it from his family. There ain't nothing I know for sure. I got it from his family. That's what they said, so I'm going to believe it. Now, if it's not true, we will see. That's for one. For two, I just read up on it. That's what made me call you back. His state and federal charges ran concurrent. So whatever the mom said, the sister said, and little Larry said about him tomorrow or tonight, it has to be true. That's all I got to say. I just read up on it. You could go read it yourself. You go Google it. That's what I did. I Googled it.
Okay.
Yeah, but
hold it.
Brother, though, the thing is,
hold it.
I'm here. I'm listening. There's no pressure. I'm not mad at anything.
Okay, hold it. Travis, you want to address that real quick? 6856.
I mean, he heard what the lawyer said. You have to go through paperwork, process this, process that to even make that happen. It can't happen tonight.
Okay, you could. It could be. It could.
I'm not trying
It
to
could
make
be.
this gentleman. I'm not trying to make this gentleman seem like he just on here big piecing it. I'm saying that it's still a process with that other thing being at hand. That has to not exist to come home tonight. That's
and you're right. And you're right about that. You're right about that.
I'm saying, brother. I'm not saying you will. You have the steps is level to this. This lady will tell you by the time they get through the paperwork and they get through deciding, that'll be a month. If they even said, yeah, that's what it is, it's not going to be tonight. They have to do.
I mean, I understand what you're saying about. I understand what you're saying about the. Understand that the processing thing. Yes, that is true. I don't know about a month, but yes.
I mean, the gentleman said that no one wants to deal with them in any prison. They don't care about that part of what they're dealing with, who they're dealing with. They'll make room for that.
Yes, they will.
Care about, hey, we don't want to have him down here, so he gets out because we don't want him here. They will make room for that like he's a nobody. You have to be in and out of the prison system and been around these wardens and whoever else that runs to know what they're thinking. All that about they don't want them down there, so you get out. That's not a free get out of jail ticket because they don't want you there. There's a lot of inmates that they do not want there, that they have to have there. Not necessarily Mr. Hoover. And like that
is very true.
You will address
no, none of those inmates have as much power as Larry Hoover. We're speaking about power. Larry Hoover, he could put a hit on the president, man.
No, brother.
What are you talking about?
Do whatever that man say, bro.
Oh, man.
Hey, bro, man, it's no power.
I can't say that.
Power.
Bro,
I can't say that either.
Here, man. Ain't no gang members and no prison systems worth anything now, man, but the power. It's like it's a lot rotten. There's no gang members down there that's going to honor that, man. It's over with for that. I don't care who you are now. It's over with for that. Once upon a time, yes. But you don't have no power, like they said, when you sitting in for federal facility and they said that he was still calling shots, the judge said, not for what he said, he not.
That's very true. That's very,
not for what he said, he not. There's nobody to listen to that anymore. I don't care who you are. That is over with, my brother. I'm not trying to make you out of anything, brother. That is over with. All that power shit is over with. That has nothing to do with, they will put him in a private facility somewhere where they don't even know where this man at for him to call no shots.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of places to go besides Illinois.
And if he did decide to call shots, and if he did decide to call shots, ain't no one go listen to him.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not going to call shots. I'm not saying that. But you got people that's out here willing to die for that man's name, period. So if you send him to a joint and people know that he's there, and you got a whole, like, say, 50 prisoners who know Larry Hoover's here, that can cause a riot in the joint, matter of fact. If you send them to what they gonna cause?
Hey, check this out.
Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
It seemed like a few people on here are very misguided. And going on hearsay, this man ain't gotta come out to Illinois and call no shots. And I can guarantee you, out of the Illinois state penal system, almost all of them want him to be there because it's more money. They don't care about ain't thinking about his power or thinking he's gonna do anything negative. The man is on a whole different page. Just like I was trying to say, he tried to change the direction of the GDs before he denounced himself from being a GD. On top of that, people sitting here yakety yak. That man was unlike most people who had the power. He walked around and didn't have security. This man played chess with people that I know of personally. He wasn't that guy. He wasn't that guy. He had power, but why would he come and put himself in the same position, knowing that these people want to come at him? Knowing that they lied on him the last time.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on, brother. Hold it. One mic. Hold on. 214. Hold it, y'all.
I'm gonna let Martin call who he wants to speak.
Thank you.
That's what y'all should do.
Thank you. Because I'm about to mute everybody. This is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I got 2 new callers. 206. What's your comment and your thoughts? That's the only person going to speak. 206. Come on, Eric Code 206. Come on, caller.
Yes, sir. Martin, greetings to you, the callers and the listeners.
Yes.
I don't know too much about Larry Hoover, but I will say right now, Larry Hoover has no power. If Larry Hoover had power, he wouldn't be in prison. As an example, Ted Kennedy had power. He killed that girl in Chappaquiddick and walked, and since then, he ain't even drove by a jail or a prison. He ain't been to prison. Then the second thing is, and I do believe that Larry Hoover was convicted for killing another black person, a 19-year-old. And my question is, was Larry Hoover railroaded and framed like Mumia Abu-Jamal? Now, Mumia Abu-Jamal, there's absolutely no evidence that Mumia Abu-Jamal killed Daniel Faulkner in Philadelphia back in the day. So if this wasn't politically motivated, then Trump would have done the same thing for Jamal that he did for Leonard Peltier, who also did not kill any FBI agents and wounded me. He was recently released only a couple of months ago. If Trump was sincere, Mumia Abu-Jamal would have been free a long time ago. And if we as the community cared about our patriots, Mumia Abu-Jamal never would have went to prison in the first place. I'll mute my line.
Okay, thank you. 214, Eric Code 214, you're next. What's your comments or thoughts? 214.
Hey, Martin, what's happening?
What's going on, bro?
I know this is a Chicago conversation, so I'm going to keep it brief.
Okay.
Obama released a lot of high-level drug dealers. And the ones that from what I saw, the ones that he released didn't have bodies on, which means they wasn't accused of murder. Larry been locked up for a real long time, man. And if I'm in his shoes, I'm not really want to know if I want to come back to Chicago, because you got a guy that's in charge of his organization now. So imagine how this guy's feeling. You know, he got all the power now. Now the man is coming home, but the man is 74. And whoever the guy's in charge now, let's just say he's 40. That's kind of a problem. You know, I don't need this old dude breathing over my shoulder. I don't need people bound down to him.
Let me say that. Let me stop you, brother. Hold it. Let me stop you real quick. Larry himself has denounced from being a GD. So I don't think it's going to be a power struggle, anything like that. So period. The man just want to come home.
Okay.
So I don't think it's going to be a power. That's that's far from it, you know, and a lot of these people that's claiming that street tribe don't know nothing about it. They just throwing up a sign. Period. They don't know anything about it.
And I'm glad you got me straight on that, because I didn't know. Like I said, I know this is a Chicago conversation. Right. I know how much he's loved. Right. So I'll talk about somebody that I do know. Okay, on his level, a guy came back from the Feds about 7 years ago by the name of Billy Ray Maddox. He was from Fort Worth, Texas. Billy Ray was on that level, $1 million a week, big man. He was the man. Okay, when he got back, I just happened to be in the club that night that he had finally got out the halfway house here in Dallas, Texas. He say, man, when they get that old out there and done all that time, especially when you've been at 80X, you've been out there in these Supermaxes carrying all down in Chicago. I mean, not Chicago, but out in Marion before they built 80X. I mean, that man has done... He's done a lifetime, and I'm hoping that he just wants to come home and just enjoy what time God has given him left. Can he say something to these youngsters? They ain't trying to hear nothing that man got to say. Because if they will, they listen to us. The ones that was raised up around little Ray and little Pookie and all that, they don't listen to us. So they're not going to listen to this guy. So hopefully, like when Billy Ray came home, you know, he'll give his respect in the places where he's supposed to get his respect from the people that are in his age group that are glad to see he made it through, and that he can find him a nice, peaceful place to enjoy the rest of his years without all that chaos and with all that nonsense going on all around him. Because it was just like that for Billy Ray when he got back to Fort Worth. Everybody wants to shake his hand. Everybody wants to come and sing. Everybody wants to talk about the old days. That man don't want to talk about no old days. Because from all the pleasure that he had, it cost him a lifetime of pain. So this is just from my perspective, from what I've seen from when one of the big time guys came back home that did a lot of years. I just read up on Larry when y'all was talking about it. The man had 6 life sentences. If he beat 6 life sentences and they would get back, just like Billy Ray did. Billy Ray did 30. He got busted in 90, 98, 99, about the time that Larry got caught up. So these guys get back saying, man, this is a whole nother world. This is a whole nother world. I was just looking at what I saw. They said 27 years, but you know the box ain't always right. I just didn't want to, because I don't know what y'all situation is with this guy. I know who he was based on the legend that he created all over the country, but y'all live that. And some of y'all remember him, especially y'all my age and y'all 50s. And so y'all remember the guy walking through the streets and waving and, you know, whatever he does. Y'all know him, so I'm not going to speak nothing ill at all about this man. And just hopefully he can enjoy whatever little time he got left. Y'all, I'm gonna let y'all have it. Then you can go take me off. I'll listen over the two.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Can I say something?
Okay. I'm gonna let the sister go first, and I'm gonna let 414 go. Go ahead, 312. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be brief. 414.
Okay.
The 206 that called. Let me correct him on something. First of all, the man himself may not have power, but his name alone carries weight. Let's get that. That's facts. Second of all, those of us who really know what it is, if we remember, y'all remember the state's attorney, Jack O'Malley, right?
Yep.
The state's attorney, Jack O'Malley. Let's go back to 1995, 1996. Remember when the 21st century vote, when they mobilized that vote, that's who helped to get Jack O'Malley up out of office. Right after that, Larry Hoover got indicted, and his trial was in 97, if my memory serves me correctly. Okay? The bottom line is that name carries a lot of weight. So while he may not physically have the power, his name does have power. And you best believe there are some people that are pissed that he was commuted. Please know and understand that. There are a lot of people on that side that are pissed that his federal sentence was commuted because they know what this means. Now, as far as, you know, him coming home and trying to counsel the youth and all of that, I agree with y'all on that. I doubt if that's going to happen. I don't even see him staying here. I really don't. I don't see him staying here. But I just want to let that brother be aware and know that, no, he, well, he may not physically have the power. His name does. If it didn't, him getting commuted wouldn't be causing national and in some cases international headlines. So his name alone does have power. And I'll yield with that.
Okay. All right. Let's go to 414. Go ahead, 414. Go ahead.
Put me in line. We get a chance, Mark.
Okay. I'll get you next. Oh, go ahead, 414. Go ahead. 414.
Well, I do believe that he was set up for killing in 19. So I think he got that time because who he was, who his name was. I don't think him personally pulled no trigger. That's for one. For two is he not coming back to Chicago. No shape, form, or fashion. He either go to Mississippi where his wife at, or they might find. You best believe Lil Larry gonna be the biggest security that he ever had to keeping his father away from anything. He's not about to go on live Facebook. He's not to go on live IG to say stop this or stop that because he's no longer involved. He been dropped his flag a long time ago. So,
okay,
I don't think.
Go ahead.
I don't even think he's going to come back to Chicago to revisit no one. I don't even think he's even going nowhere near Chicago to revisit no one. Of course, it's going to take a couple of days. If he is getting out like this today or tomorrow, of course it's going to take a couple of days because his family have to go there and pick him up. Of course. I'm just saying, just hypothetically speaking, I'm just saying.
Okay.
So, all that bull crap that he go talk to the youth ain't trying to listen to them. They ain't even listen to their mamas and daddies and their grandpa. They ain't even listening to the big homies they selling drugs next to. They not going to listen to him. A lot of people, and there's going to be a lot of people go get scared thinking he go come back on that. So now they got to act like they got to read their literature. They got to know this because Larry go try to do this to us. Or Larry go try to do that to them. Larry ain't thinking about none of that. Best believe that, and especially little Larry. He ain't not about to let his father go down that road again. He never think his father unless it was behind bars. You're not about to allow that. You think this man is 74 years old, been in prison for 52 years, and think he about to be an active member? Hell no.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
Thank you for. We got a new caller. Come on, new caller, 9433. What's your comment or thoughts? 9433.
My comment is Larry is an old man. Larry's gonna come home and enjoy his grandkids, get rekindle with his family because he ain't got time for that. He ain't got time for no youth. He ain't got time for none of that. None of that BS. This man is in his golden years. He just spent over 4 decades probably in jail. He ain't got time for that. He's gonna come and get reunited with his family. He's not thinking about nobody else but his people.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay. Thank you for your comment, caller. I'm going to go back to my brother. Where is he at? 816. Go ahead, my brother. 6856. Go ahead. I'm sorry. 6856. Go ahead, my brother.
Oh, that'd be well.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say if we pretend that Mr. Hoover wasn't retired, with what's going on with the way they thinking now, with how their brain have been misled, that it would be a big disappointment to him to even try to organize anyone. It'll be just like a flashback from the early '80s when the organization lost control of what was going on. They had to rebuild, and that was bad. People wasn't there. I was. So if you wasn't there, you ain't been in jail with them. That's a whole nother story. I'm talking facts here. And they're not organized enough to want to cause a ruckus or do anything about it because y'all don't know that the prison system has been taken back by the prison. No inmates don't run that no more. They took that back. And they don't know how to cause a ruckus. And let's know that there's not enough organized and unified people to even make anything like that happen. It'll just be the fact that he's around. There's nothing that they're going to hurt anybody about. If you don't know what an organization is, then you don't understand that they don't have what it takes. The name is very powerful and it's going to stay that way until death. But the power that possesses in making the body move, that's what counts. You're powerful as hell speaking, but you're not making no moves. Nobody's moving for you because the time is up. And he knows alone that that's not what his life is about anymore. And that's why he moved on. Like I said, if he wanted to not move on, he would have a very big disappointment of how things have fell apart. And that's all I want to say respectfully, Martin.
Okay, no problem. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Deborah Cooper, sent me a love offer. Thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate you. People, this is a great conversation, and I'm glad it didn't go left. And, we want to see the brother come home, but, we know his politics is being played as Sarge said, call it game of chess. And that's what it is. I believe it's a political arena, and he's being used to put pressure on the Chicago politicians, which are the Democrats. So this is real talk, people. This has been a very great conversation. And I don't think I need to say anything else unless you guys want to have some closing comments, because, enough has been said. Those that are on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, share button. YouTube, like, subscribe. Make sure that anybody else, I got closing comments, and we're done with this subject for today.
Real quick.
Okay, that's right. 1, 2, 3. Go
Real
ahead.
fast.
1, 2, 3. I'm sorry.
I just want to.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's okay. I just wanted to say I don't think that Larry would come home calling any kind of shots. I think that he wouldn't want nothing to have to do with the organization. But I think behind that name alone, we got a lot of people that's willing to do whatever it takes to kind of run for that name, to run behind that organization, and that's all I really meant. And to the fact that he's eligible for parole on those state charges.
Okay.
So him getting commuted on his federal charge, he could get paroled on the state charge. The world might not see him no more. Who knows?
Time consider served.
Okay. Bill, anything else? Sarge, we're getting ready to close it out.
You can go, Sarge.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I said, it's a political pep game on the real. Okay. Bottom line up front, he paroled the Christies. He commuted Larry Hoover's sentence. The commutation on that federal charge, which the federal charge was after the state charge, which means the state charge supersedes the federal charge. So that puts everything on Pritzker's desk. You know, will he be allowed another parole hearing? And will he be granted parole? See, I can see Pritzker, well, give him another parole hearing, whereas he can wash his hands of however it turn out. Could you leave it to him? It's on you to doggone let him out. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger, he could have doggone with the stroke of a pen. Tookie Williams, you know, what's that award he won? Same as Martin Luther King, the
Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize.
He didn't win it. He was nominated for a Nobel Peace. He did not.
Oh, nominated twice. He was nominated twice. Okay, I thought he actually won it, but
okay.
Yeah. See, so it's all on Pritzker.
All right,
and
we got to wrap it up, Sarge.
Political move.
Wrap it up. We got to get ready to get out of here.
I'm finna land the plane right here.
Okay, please do.
Trump pushed that whole envelope on the Democrats, and you see what's going on as the Chicago and the White House and the immigrants and everything else, the sanctuary city, all of that big ball of stuff. This allows Trump to, all right.
Okay, Sarge.
Now,
that's it,
what
Sarge.
you gonna do with your
Sarge.
people?
That's it. Let's go to Bill. We're trying to get out of here. Trying to keep it down. Okay, Bill, come on. You be my last one. Let's Carrie want to say something. Go ahead, Bill. Yeah.
I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping he get out of the situation on the state level. Carrie mentioned something earlier about it, the federal charges and the state charges, which they're separate in their separate charges. The state charge has murder on it, so it's real complicated of what could happen. He won't be home tomorrow. He won't be home next week, even if they do overturn it. And it's a political move, but I want to comment to hope people give this man the respect that he deserves. His name carries a lot of power. It does. And it's something you say on your show all the time, Martin. If you say something enough times, you will believe it. And we see these young fools around here on Larry, on this. They would. They probably would. I ain't saying every last one of them. They would. Because they done made themselves believe that in their mind. But I'm hoping he does what God put on his heart, whatever that is. I hope he does what God put on his heart. That's all I got to say.
Anybody else before I get off the live? That's it. All right. I appreciate all my callers. Thank you so much. This is a subject that more likely we will revisit. To those well wishers, we hope that he's coming home. But right now, we've learned the difference between pardon and commute. So we've been educated on that. We've been educated by the state and the federal being concurrent. So we learned a lot of things tonight. And some of these people have been involved in the nation. Some people have been locked up. Some people work in the court system. So we had some pretty profound speakers tonight, and they know what they was talking about. So of course, If we said something wrong, we stand to be corrected. You got the comments, the chat down there, put it in the chat. And to all my brothers, stay strong, stay true. Quit throwing up the forks online, and we don't want Larry look bad, because see, they need any excuse to hold on to him. Period. So we want the brother to come home, enjoy his life with his family, his grandchildren, and all that. That's my desire to see the brother come home and live in peace. He's already told you where he's staying with the organization. He denounced that he's no longer part of it and want no affiliation of it. So don't try to put him there. And I hope he don't come home. And when he do come home, and I believe he will come home one day, he won't be talking to the young folks. Let somebody else do it. They got us out here. They can listen to us, some of us older. We've been that path. We've been on that route. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Make sure you share this video. Much love, peace, and blessings to all the brothers and sisters out there that want to see the brother come home. But everybody's not happy for Mr. Hoover. I just want to say that to you, a lot of you guys out there. So don't think everybody's happy for him for this instance that happened today. They're not happy about it. But we're not worried about those that are not happy. Let's celebrate the ones that are excited and happy about a brother trying to come home and be home with his family, that paid his dues, did what he did, said what he said, and he's no longer part of the organization. And people do not try to drag him back into it with all his bad behavior. Mention his name. Thank you guys so much. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth. And what? Shame the devil.